Oh, shona sena hona ayowana hey hey. Shena 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 hey hey. Shena, 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 hey, hey, hey. Aho, shinawana, honata. Thank you, Great Spirit. Aho, thank you, Great Mother. Aho, shinawana. Hey, thank you, brothers and sisters. Happy Halloween. Happy Thursday. Aho, shinawana. Aho. Happy Thursday. Oh my gosh. It's a beautiful day to honor the playfulness of death, I guess. You know, to honor witches and goblins and all those sorts of things, the darker side of the world, you know. And those of us who are indigenous nature of Mexico, we honor the darkness, and we will honor more of the darkness on the 2nd of November, on Dia de los Muertos. We revere the darkness because it's in the darkness that we were birthed. It's in the darkness that we heard the sound of our mother's heart. Pachamama, Madre Tierra, Mater, Mother. We heard her heartbeat for the first time as we floated in the beautiful water bag of the holy vapor. Aho. It's in the darkness that we waited for the light to open up for 9 months for spiritual completion so we could push through the birth canal into the light. Aho, shinawana, honata. Aho, shinawana, hey. The death story is just as much of life as the birth story. Aho. Because from death we cross over into other worlds, other realms. Aho. Other ways to live. Aho. If you're willing, while you're on this earth plane, to do the deep work. Aho. 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 If you're willing to say yes to yourself, if you're willing to stand up for yourself, if you're willing to stand up to yourself, aho, and if you're willing to take the hits when you have to. You know, there's a lot of people that say a lot of things about me, and I don't really care. You know why? Because I know who I am. I know what I am. I don't care if they're native. I don't care if they're white. I don't care if they're black. I don't care if you want to call them Hispanic. If you want to call them, if you're a Hispanic, I consider you an Uncle Tom, by the way. You're just bowing down to the white man's name for you. And, you know, I don't bow to anybody. Aho. Just to create a great spirit. I bow to the darkness. I bow to the light. Aho. I bow to Great Mother. I bow to Mother Earth. Aho. Grandfather Sun and Great Eagle. Aho. Great Condor. Aho. Those are the things that I bow to. Aho. I don't let anybody name me, although I've been given a name, a walking crow, by my teacher, Emma Molina Enriquez, a few years back. And she felt it was time for me to step through the veil and step into my medicine. And I've been saying yes to my medicine for quite some time now. Are you saying yes to the medicines that are within you? Are you saying no to the toxins that are within you that you want to release but you don't know how? Aho. Aho. There's a teacher, a doctor from Vancouver, Washington, British Columbia actually. And he is named Dr. Gabor Mate. And I learned a lot from Dr. Gabor Mate, especially when it came to my wounds and my traumas and my shames and my hurts and those sorts of things that I always talk about. And I became willing to let go of them because if I wanted true freedom, I was going to have to do something about the way that I was living my life. The way that I was living in darkness and sadness that was not like the darkness I've been talking about. Aho. I was living in the darkness through alcoholism and drug addiction and overeating. You know, I was 238 pounds and I was obese. And there are reasons for that. There's reasons for alcoholism. There are reasons for drug addiction. There are reasons for the obesity. There are reasons for hoarding, for buying things that you don't need. There are reasons for sexual misconduct, and there are reasons for being defensive and in defiance, because there are things that happened in our life that we don't pay any attention to, or we don't talk about, or we don't allow ourselves to go into that dark space to heal from them. This is a time of autumn, fall. There are two things that happen in the autumn and the fall: direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of emotion, EMOCEAN, direction of grandmother moon, 28-day cycle, letting go. There are many things that happen in the time of autumn. Autumn is the direction of the west. Fall, letting go of the leaves. We let go of our leaves. We let go of our harvest, our abundance, so we can receive more. Are you ready to let go of your harvest? Are you ready to let go of those things that you've been harvesting for a lifetime or lifetimes? And they dog you, and they dog you, and they dog you, and they affect you at work. They affect you at home. They affect you when you're sitting in your car screaming about traffic. And if you're in Los Angeles like I am right now, there's always traffic, so what are you screaming about? When you come into the expectance, in Alcoholics Anonymous, there's a prayer. It goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I pray it like this: God, grant me the serenity to expect the things I cannot change. Because things are going to happen in my life that have nothing to do with me. Things are going to happen in my life that I have no control over. I never assume to have control over anything. I don't assume. And I was taught that by a teacher of mine, an old boss named James Bradley. He had a company called the Bradley Group, and that's when I first got into technology back in 1992. And he said, never assume. It makes an ass out of you and me. And I understand that. I understood that. I understood it then. I understand it to this day, and I try to live in that teaching. So, are you ready to let go? You know, when you let go, if your cup is full of dirty water, dump out the dirty water, rinse it out, and fill it with fresh water. You know, right now that I just walked around here, the Rose Bowl, and the acorns are falling off the trees like crazy right now, and they're symbolic for me. The acorn is symbolic of having to die in and of myself to become the mighty oak tree, become the mighty tree. The oak tree does not become the mighty oak tree from a green seed. That seed has to die. Like I say, the Christ consciousness had to die to become the ascended master. These things have to happen. We have to let go and let good, or some people say let go and let God. Whatever God is to you or for you, I am God. I am God within. God lives within me. I don't have to go around looking for a guy named Jesus, because I know where he lives. He's right in here. He's right inside. You know, Great Spirit is right in here. Great Mother is right in here. I live in the duality of my divine feminine and my divine masculine. Divine feminine of receiving. The divine feminine of knowing who and what I am, but not being a divine feminine. And the divine masculine of giving, manifestation. It moves forward. Fire, fuego. I can, I will, I do, I am. It's the esteem that gives to the divine feminine, as we come together and one, and we come into alignment as she, man, sha, man, So what are you carrying around that no longer serves you? What is it that you serve on your plate from carrying it around that leaves a bad taste in your mouth over and over and over again? And you ask for the same thing over and over and over again, and you keep getting the same thing over and over and over again. Stop asking for that thing they heard you the first time. That's one thing my brothers in the churches don't seem to understand. They keep asking for the same stuff. So they keep getting the same lessons in life. and keep having to pay the same price. I don't pay those prices because I understand that I ask the universe, I ask Creator Great Spirit, ask Creator Great Spirit, ask Great Mother, ask Mother Earth, Aho, Grandfather Sun. I ask Great Spirit Eagle and Condor, Aho, directions of the north, directions of the south, directions of the east, and directions of the west. Ask them once, and I don't ask again. Because if I'm asking a second time or a third time or a fourth time, I have no faith. I fall short of faith. And I am a faithful man. I trust that I will be taken care of, that I am taken care of. Aho, aho. I'm back in Los Angeles after going to Sedona. I found a place to live. I secured a place to live. And that's where I'm going to be from this point forward. You know, all my drums, you heard her sing today. You heard her sing. They're all going to be made in Sedona in the energies of Bell Rock, and the energies of Courthouse Butte, and the energies of Castle Rock, amongst the red rocks. I am red like the red rocks. Aho, if you look at my skin and I lay down naked on the rocks, I disappear except for my glasses and a few other patches up here and down here. Anyways, so that's where I will be from this point forward. I will be coming to Los Angeles 1 week a month, and to see my mom, see how she's doing. But my home is now going to be solely and strictly in Sedona. Aho, aho. So if you want to come and get healings in Sedona, you can do that. You can come and get a drum healing, shamanic healing. You can come and make a drum with me. Aho. I'll be holding drum making workshops, not workshops, journeys for people who come to Sedona. I will be, apparently I made arrangements to put my drums in 2 or 3 different galleries and a store, and I'm talking to others who want my drums and who want to carry my drums in their studios or in their places of business. And that's good for me, and that's good for you. You can find them when you can't find me. Aho, aho. So that'll actually be listed on my website. So let go. I was willing to let go of my comfort zone in Los Angeles to move back to Sedona because I lived there a year ago. And for reasons that I don't always have to share, I had to come back to LA to do some work that I had to do. And now I'm back there, and I'm willing to say yes to myself, say yes to Great Spirit. It's where they want me to be. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And how do you want to get there? Do you want to be stuck in the same old job, minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month, so you can get that 2 weeks of vacation to the same place all the time, whether it's Cancun or going to some lake that, you know, that you just sit there and do nothing? Or do you want to travel the world as your work? That's what I do. I'm everywhere. I can work anywhere because I am everywhere, and I'm not willing to be ruled by somebody else. Do I have what everybody else has? I don't want what everybody else has. I want what Anthony has. I want what Walking Crow has. Walking Crow. Are you willing to stand up for yourself? Are you willing to stand up to yourself? Oh, the question that I ask, and I also ask it in this way: Oishino, Oishino, Oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And I also answer it in this way: Oishino, Oishino, Oishino. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Oh. Tonight, our kids, and I say our kids because I don't have children, but I say they're all my children because I'm the village, I'm the eyes of the village. I watch over them and their parents. And tonight they're going to be carrying bags and buckets and pumpkins, plastic pumpkins and things. They're going to be being filled with candies and things that other people give them. Please, please watch after your children. Don't let them go alone, and go through their stuff before they put something in their mouth, because we never know. This has turned into somewhat of a little bit of a cruel world, and we never know who's out there doing what kind of thing. We hope and we manifest different. But we've seen what happens because there's people here in California setting fires from other parts of the country. Can you believe that? Setting fires from other parts of the country. That was a news story that came out from San Jose. And it was very sad to hear that, because where some of those fires were started and set, I travel through when I go to the Bay Area. So, you know, that could be not great for those homeowners or those folks that live in that neighborhood, and be bad for all of California. Anyways, We don't want people coming and starting things and doing things. We want to hope that the best is there for us, and do that with your kids, but keep an eye on them tonight, because they're your kids. You brought them into the world through the darkness into the light. Oh. And I love talking about that. I love talking about that. All right, so I'm going to sing us out. I want to say thank you to everybody. Walking Crow, Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to log on between now and Dia de los Muertos, but I will be honoring our dead. I want to honor my Uncle Sal Berrigan, who crossed over yesterday morning. My mom went out to see him with her brothers, and later when she got back, we got the phone call that he crossed over. So I want to honor my Uncle Sal Berrigan. I think he was when I was practicing Catholicism, or my parents were having me practice Catholicism. He was my confirmation godfather. I guess that's what you would call it. I don't know what to call it. Or sponsor. I'll call it a sponsor. And I want to honor him and his family, Sal Jr. and Yvonne, his daughter, and his grandkids, and my Aunt Virginia. And blessings to you, and thank you for coming into my world. Aho. Aho. I will love you, my child. 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 I will. I will. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana. Hey, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Aho. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, the power and the guidance of the four directions. Thank you for bringing me to this place, to this piece of grass, with your Father Sky, my Father Sky, as my background. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, to all my relations, and all that have gone on before me and that will wait for me to come. I thank you. Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, asking you to have a beautiful, 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 blessed day.